Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Right now at 6, we are following breaking news. Raleigh police investigating an overnight shooting. What the WRAL breaking news tracker has gathered as investigators piece together what happened.
And our next weather maker continues to be this low spinning offshore. It's going to bring some cloud cover in. We'll talk about when it finally moves out and colder air arrives.
Honoring fallen players. 2 Cumberland County high schools are remembering 3 students ahead of their game tonight. A special tribute for the teens after they were killed in a car crash last week. And that football game happening after it was postponed from last Friday, right after that car crash. Good morning, everyone. It is 6 o'clock, and great to have you with us. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Chris Lovingood again. Thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. Starting out weather-wise, not too bad. A little bit of a chill in the air. You might need a sweater heading out the door, but we are in for a very nice stretch of weather, Elizabeth.
We are. We have some cloud cover out there this morning. This is a live look at Zebulon, and you can almost tell how cloudy it is above the beautiful town hall there. 59 is the temperature in the triangle, and our dew point's 54. So that just means it's comfortable out there. Some cloud cover. We're going to see some sort of a mix of sun and clouds as the sun comes up this morning. 61 in Fayetteville, 59 in Durham, at 60 in Rocky Mount. So pretty much mid to upper 50s to near 60 heading out the door. We'll see 60s all the way through lunchtime, and then highs only in the low 70s for this afternoon. We may see clouds on and off, but no rain in our forecast for the next few days. The next thing that happens is a big drop in our temperatures. Some chilly morning lows coming up. I'll show you. Ken?
Elizabeth, at 6:01, we're going to start you outside, give you a live look at I-40 and Lake Wheeler Road. Traffic definitely beginning to pick up just a bit. Those are the westbound lanes moving away from us this morning, but flowing nicely in all directions this morning. We just have one crash showing up here on our live traffic map this morning. I'll take a closer look at that in just about 10 minutes, let you know if it's going to affect your morning commute. But right now, all those major routes are delay-free heading into the capital city. You're getting ready to head out the door, though. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Ken, thank you. We're following breaking news. Police are investigating a shooting in Raleigh this morning. Officers responded to the scene on New Bern Avenue and Raleigh Boulevard just before midnight. WRAL's Adley Kadlabar has been tracking this story all morning. She is live at the Raleigh Police Department. Adley, we're still trying to confirm who was involved in this.
When I spoke with Raleigh police earlier this morning, Renee, they said that they could not confirm any details, but here's what we know so far. This is video from the WRAL breaking news tracker. You can see police blocking off that parking lot at that gas station. So that's where they were gathering evidence there. We also saw at least 8 evidence markers on the street. That's North Raleigh Boulevard. One of them even marking a shattered phone. Now, I scrubbed through police broadcastify radio traffic, trying to figure out how these all are connected. And I heard a dispatcher say that at least 2 people were shot and a possible suspect left in a silver Honda. Now, we're working to confirm this information. Other police broadcastify radio traffic says that this was a serious shooting. Again, we're going to keep you updated. Reporting live in Raleigh, Adley Kadlabar, WRAL News.
Breaking overnight, Raleigh police are investigating after a shooting at an apartment complex. The WRAL breaking news tracker drove to the South Valley Apartments over on Buck Jones Road and captured this scene. Police say nobody was hurt. They also say all suspects have been taken into custody. We are working to learn who they are and what charges they may face.
We are also trying to learn new information about an overnight crash in Cary. This is video from the intersection of Walnut Street and Donaldson Drive around 10:30 last night. You can see one car on its side, another with damage to the front end. Cary police say one person did have to go to the hospital with minor injuries. Happening today, 2 high school football teams in Cumberland County will be honoring 3 players that were killed in a car crash last week. This will be the first game for E.E. Smith High School since the deaths of those students. Kelsey Coffey is live at Southview High School in Hope Mills this morning. Kelsey, that's the site of tonight's game, and there will be a special tribute before kickoff.
Yes, Michelle, the community will be remembering those 3 young men who were killed on the football field tonight. E.E. Smith High School will be playing here at Southview tonight. And this game was originally supposed to be on Friday before the tragedy happened. Trevor Merritt, Jayon Elliott, and Nick Williams died in a crash in Fayetteville last week. All of them E.E. Smith High School football players on their way to a birthday party after practice. The city of Fayetteville is now planning to do a study on Rose Hill Road where that crash happened. We have previously reported on several crashes in that area. The community will honor the students who died ahead of tonight's football game. Hundreds showed up over the weekend to remember the young men at a vigil. A balloon release, moment of silence, and special presentation are all scheduled to happen tonight ahead of kickoff. And that ceremony is scheduled to begin at 5:30. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Cumberland County.
President Donald Trump returned to Washington early this morning and is back in the White House after a historic day in the Middle East. Trump participated in a peace signing ceremony in Egypt for a ceasefire deal in Gaza. The deal ends a 2-year war between Israel and Hamas. It also develops a plan to help rebuild Gaza, which was devastated by the war. The summit happened hours after Hamas released the 20 living Israeli hostages. Israel also began releasing hundreds of Palestinians from its prisons as part of the U.S.-brokered ceasefire agreement.
Trade tensions are escalating today. The U.S. and China are imposing new port fees amid the threat of tariff hikes. Chinese analysts are accusing the U.S. of starting this latest escalation by imposing new export controls. This led to China tightening restrictions on rare earth minerals. President Trump then began threatening a triple-digit tariff hike by November 1st.
President Trump is also turning his attention to the ongoing war with Russia and Ukraine. He's set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House on Friday. Trump recently said he is considering approving new missiles for Ukraine. This is the first time Zelensky will be visiting Washington since Trump's back-to-back visits with him and Vladimir Putin in August.
And days before that meeting is set to take place here in the WRAL Live Center, we're now getting new information and new images about a Russian aerial attack on Ukraine this morning. Look at some of these photos coming in of just the response here. So we know Russian forces launched powerful glide bombs and drones against Ukraine's second largest city in overnight attacks, hitting a hospital and wounding 7 people, an official said this morning. This comes as you mentioned, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is preparing to travel to Washington and asked President Trump for more American military help. Now, this Russian attack hit the city's main hospital, forcing the evacuation of 50 patients. The attack's main targets were energy facilities, according to Zelensky. Now, Zelensky is meeting with Trump on Friday, and the talks are expected to really center on the help of long-range weapons that can hit back at Russia.
North Carolina Republicans are joining a nationwide trend of redistricting to gain an advantage. Republicans already hold 10 of North Carolina's 14 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. They believe they can draw a new map that could result in more Republicans heading to Congress. Republicans and Democrats in states like Texas and California have rushed to redraw their maps ahead of the 2026 midterms. They're hoping it can stop Democrats from taking back the House. And happening today, Governor Josh Stein and Senator Tom Tillis are coming together to help veterans find jobs after leaving the military. Their roundtable event is part of a new initiative to connect veterans with businesses in their communities. It's called Bridge the Transition. It's being funded with the help of the U.S. Department of Labor.
A warning about the dangers of lithium-ion batteries this morning. Video shared with WRAL shows the moment one of them caught fire inside this home, narrowly missing a dog. Now, the dog's owner happens to be a firefighter with Chapel Hill Fire Department. He says the fire started after the dog chewed up a battery. The fire was out in minutes and everyone is okay. David Sasser tells WRAL these batteries are dangerous if they aren't taken care of properly.
When you're done charging them, like, you have to really pay attention and unplug them. You have to make sure you store them, where they can't get broken or cracked or chewed on by a dog. And then when you're done with them, they have to be disposed in a specific way.
Wake, Durham, and Orange counties all have places where you can recycle these batteries safely. We have more information linked to this story on WRAL.com.
The North Carolina State Fair is just days away, and some of the big traditions are already getting started. The Way Off, or the giant pumpkin and watermelon contest, happens today. Cash prizes will be up for grabs for the top 3 pumpkins and watermelons. Last year, the biggest NC-grown pumpkin weighed more than 820 pounds. Today's winners will be on display at the fair when it all gets started on Thursday. And the Way Off will be at the Agri Supply Expo Center at the fairgrounds at 2 p.m. Coming up, Belichick responds. UNC's head football coach setting his sights on the next game after reports of toxicity in the locker room. The response from the team ahead of a big conference matchup this week.
Covering funeral costs. A Triangle family is starting a GoFundMe after their 18-year-old was killed in a car crash. The 19-year-old driver who's facing charges this morning.
And after a string of fairly gray days, we're still dealing with some cloud cover this morning. I'll show you when we'll finally be back to more sunshine coming up.
And here are your winning Powerball numbers: 13, 14, 32, 52, 64. The Powerball is 12. The multiplier is 2.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13, and we're taking a look at what's happening outside as you're heading out the door. We're dealing with a mix of sun and clouds. Even though it's cloudy, you don't necessarily need to send the kids out with a raincoat. Temperatures are in the mid-50s at the bus stop this morning, and we'll climb to around 70. We may have more holes in the clouds, more breaks, a little bit more sunshine later on this afternoon. And even this morning as the sun comes up, we're going to see a pretty sunrise. It's just going to be kind of peeking through the clouds. Temperatures this afternoon feeling comfortable, mainly low to mid-70s. We'll see 69 though in Clinton, 68 Goldsboro, but 74 up around, say, Durham. And everybody's looking forward to the State Fair. Of course, Thursday's the first day of the fair. Our high temperature will be 69. It's going to be really chilly on Thursday night into Friday morning, so you'll want to take along your jackets. But nice and dry for Thursday all the way through most of Sunday. Sunday will be our next best chance of rain, but I'll show you when to expect the showers coming up. Ken?
Elizabeth, weather and traffic every 10 minutes for the most part. Nothing but green showing up on our live traffic map this morning. But here's that crash I told you about 10 minutes ago. It's right there at Capitol Boulevard near Old Williamson Road. This is actually near the Wade Avenue interchange. We're not seeing any delays in that area, but just watch for some police activity as well. 540 westbound, part of your morning commute. Boy, we're seeing no delays. Wade Avenue from the Beltline, that's Southern Loop of the Beltline. You're coming in from Garner, Johnston County, no delays whatsoever to report. We just had a crash reported on Arundel Avenue there in Zebulon. I'll let you know if that's going to affect your morning commute.
We'll check in with you then. Ken, thank you. Bill Belichick is defending himself and the UNC football program ahead of Friday night's game against Cal. Yesterday, Coach Belichick addressed reports that you saw first on WRAL about a divided locker room at Carolina. He took questions for nearly 30 minutes, mostly from WRAL's team of reporters. Belichick denied reports that he is looking for an exit strategy. He also responded to our reporting of dysfunction within the program.
Some of the reports out last week about my looking for a buyout and trying to leave here and all that, it's categorically false. There's zero truth to any of that.
You're telling me that you believe this process is working?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a learning curve. We're all in it together, but we're making a lot of progress, and the process will eventually produce the results that we want to produce, like they have everywhere else I've been. So I'm very confident in that.
Two of the team captains also spoke yesterday. They echoed their support of what they've seen so far within the Tar Heel program.
What I can speak to is, just kind of what I see. And again, that's just, guys every day who are committed to each other.
Just seeing that he cares so much about not only the program, but everybody individually, and knowing that he wants to win just as bad, if not more, than everybody else in the room. So that's all I can, ask for once again as a player, is just a coach who cares and who wants it for us.
WRAL's Pat Welter first broke the story last week. For more on that report and Bill Belichick's response, you can head to WRAL.com. Pat's original report has been viewed nearly 150,000 times on YouTube. And that's where you can find all of our reporting on Coach Belichick and UNC football.
Police are looking for information after a report of an active shooter at Fayetteville Tech's Spring Lake campus. The school went on lockdown for about an hour yesterday. The Spring Lake Police Department said people thought they heard gunshots, but no threat was found. They are not calling this a swatting case or a hoax at this time. We spoke to a student who was hiding in a closet with her classmates.
We heard more gunshots. We heard startling downstairs. I'm on the phone with the dispatcher. Dispatcher says police are not there yet, so take cover, don't open doors. We heard a couple more gunshots. The police get here and they all escort us out.
Spring Lake police are asking anyone with information about what they heard or saw to reach out to them.
An update from the family of an 18-year-old killed in a car crash in Durham over the weekend. The family of Josh Rodriguez Hagino has started an online fundraiser for his funeral expenses. Police say the crash happened early Saturday morning on the Durham Freeway. Rodriguez Hagino was ejected from an SUV when it flipped several times. He died at the hospital. A GoFundMe has been started for his family, and the page says he was a beloved younger brother and uncle. The driver of the SUV, 19-year-old Samuel Salinas, is charged with felony death by vehicle and driving while impaired. He is out on bond and is scheduled to appear in court again later this month.
A nor'easter that brought rain and wind to us over the weekend is moving up north. New Jersey experienced high winds, strong waves and flooding. The storm is causing flood damage and power outages in New England as well. The National Weather Service says flood risks will continue for days. FlightAware reported more than 7,000 delays yesterday from the weather.
It is 6:18 and meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner is tracking what's going to give us some more cloud cover and also eventually bring us even cooler weather.
Yeah, this low pressure system that brought us, of course, all the rain that we saw over the weekend and some windy conditions, it's not moving very quickly. It's still sort of spinning offshore. So it's spinning some cool air in, but nothing like what we're going to see once it moves away from us. We're going to see high pressure building in, and that's really going to drop our temperatures. This is a look at what is likely to happen as we get through the rest of the week. The low pressure system gradually moves away from us. And then this high pressure system settles in. High pressure systems rotate clockwise, so that high is going to have a tap of really chilly air from Canada and deliver it our way by Thursday. So we're going to see cool mornings, pleasant afternoons. This is a look at what happens after our front comes through. When that happens, we'll see sunshine, not expecting any rain. It will be purely just a wind shift to northerly, bringing us some gusty winds on Thursday, 20 to 30 miles per hour. And then that will bring in that cooler air. Overnight lows in the 40s on Thursday night into Friday. This is a look at how chilly it'll be Friday morning. We could be down into the 30s in Roxborough and Roanoke Rapids, 42 in Sanford and Goldsboro, 45 Fayetteville, 43 in Durham. The last time our temperatures were this chilly was about 6 months ago. Speaking of chilly, back across parts of the west, they're going to be seeing some snow in the next few days, especially along the Sierra. Look at this, 1 to 3 feet of snow across the Sierra Nevada mountains there in California, where I used to work right after college. Our next weather maker comes on Sunday night. This is likely not to be a big deal, not a lot of rain, looking at about a 40% chance, or maybe some severe storms to our west. We'll see a chance of rain late Sunday. Keep that in mind as you're making your state fair plans. But if you're planning to go Sunday, keep checking back for the timeline on that. Also tracking the tropics, right here is Lorenzo. Lorenzo is just going to remain a tropical storm, kind of make a big circle and eventually die out. So nothing to worry about for land from Lorenzo. 71 for today, 75 Wednesday. Of course, Thursday is the first day of the state fair. Our temperatures will be nice and cool, 69 on Thursday. And boy, Friday morning, our temperatures will be the coolest that we've seen so far this season, back down into the mid-40s, Ken.
Ooh, so excited
Grab
about that. All right, thanks a lot, Elizabeth. Hey, we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown in the eastbound lanes of I-40 on that southern loop of the Beltline. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know if that's going to affect your morning commute. This is a crash I just told you about on Arundel Avenue in the southbound lane, right near the Highway 64 interchange. We're not seeing any delays in that area, but just know you'll see some police activity in that particular area. This crash on Capitol Boulevard near the Wade Avenue interchange. Again, we're not seeing any delays there. So just keep that in mind as you head out this morning if this is part of your morning commute. But we're not seeing relatively no delays coming into the capital city, just a 1-minute delay if you're coming in from Nightdale at this hour.
Ken, thank you. Winter home preps. It's time to start thinking about the cold months as we get deeper into fall. 5 on Your Side explains the steps you should take now to prevent costly problems.
And medical debt relief, billions being wiped out in North Carolina, while the governor says this will go a long way towards improving people's health.
If you see breaking news, have a story tip, or take video or pictures of the weather where you are, please report it to us. Go to WRAL.com/report it to send your video, pictures, or tip to our news team.
$6.5 billion in medical debt is being wiped away for people here in North Carolina. Governor Josh Stein made that announcement yesterday. He says nearly 1 in 4 North Carolinians will have medical debt erased.
Medical debt is not a choice. No one chooses to have a heart attack or get diagnosed with a chronic condition. You just have to deal with it. Today's announcement will free people from the financial stress so that they can focus on getting healthy.
The effort began last year under former Governor Roy Cooper. Stein said the program involves a partnership with all 99 hospitals in the state. He also says more debt could be erased in the future. You can find more details on WRAL.com.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
An unexpected team qualifying for the FIFA World Cup, and a new look at a classic toy is in the works.
Ken Smith is here now with What's Trending, Ken.
Yeah, Michelle and Renee, let's start with that possible David and Goliath story at next year's World Cup. Cape Verde's most recent victory over Eswatini means Cape Verde will be the second smallest nation ever to qualify for a World Cup. Cape Verde is a country of about 500,000 people.
Now everyone's Googling me like, where is this country exactly, right? And 500,000 people, that's about the population of Raleigh for that country. Iceland is the smallest nation to ever qualify for the World Cup. The FIFA World Cup starts in June 2026. You can watch it on Fox 50.
Yeah, it's
Small
gonna be
but mighty.
exciting.
I love it.
Well, here's a twist on the popular Magic 8-Ball toy. M. Night Shyamalan is signed on to direct a live-action series for Mattel. He will also be working with Glee co-creator Brad Falchuk.
Yeah, and this toy in the movie is going to be the centerpiece of a supernatural psychological thriller, the Magic 8-Ball. I can see it being very creepy. And he's pretty creative with his movies. So.
And Michelle, you're all in.
Yes, I'm all in for that TV series, 100%.
There will be a twist if there's a M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Yes. Thanks, Ken.
Tickets for Pullen Park's popular Holiday Express will go on sale today. You can get yours beginning at 9 a.m. on Ticketmaster. Holiday Express transforms Pullen Park into a holiday wonderland with fun activities for families. It all starts on December 2nd. WRAL is a proud sponsor of the event. 6:26 now, a shooting investigation. Raleigh police were on New Bern Avenue overnight after reports of shots fired. We're working to learn about anyone who may have been involved.
Plus, a special tribute. 3 high school football players being honored after they were killed in a car crash. How they are being remembered before kickoff at tonight's game.
And at the bus stop this morning, the kids may be more comfortable in a jacket with the mid-50s, but a lovely afternoon, 71 degrees. We'll continue to see some lingering clouds and breezy conditions, but it is likely to stay dry. I'll show you when our next best chance of rain rolls in coming up.